So I was making this. I made this video about tackling the cultures of each faction in a way that you could describe to a noob who's starting the game, going, "What the hell are these? I just want to start the game. Why do I have to be forced into choosing a character?" And that whole thing is like, you want to immerse yourself. You want to actually enjoy it instead of going click, 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 whatever, get out and move on. And even if you come back later and you go, "What are they?" and you start to read the chronicles and the stories, and they just look like some Yahoo author writing putting on a fanfic science fiction hat and going, "I'm going to write something canon," and it just looks like a short story, random, and you could apply it to any one of the factions uh, if you just remove the little symbols. And you're like, okay, so how does each faction treat slavery? How does each faction treat castes? How do each faction treat religion? How do each faction treat economy, government, LGBTQ stuff, the hot topics? What do they see as anti-establishment? Is it a feel the burn thing, or is it a Trump like Ayn Rand's American libertarian conservative thing? Where if you go to the EU, conservatism means more social contract kind of thing. I think I could be wrong. Stuff like that. Like, how does it all gel together? And I got to the end of it, finished it, and I'm musing on it afterwards, and I'm thinking, what was I thinking? Yeah. I was thinking, wait, okay, so I was thinking about the Sancha and how their incursions are everywhere. Okay, great. But why does the do the Blood Raiders pirate stronghold encounters thing not only spawn in Amar space, but I do believe it spawns Blood Raiders in Min Manor space, right? Like forward operating bases there, right? Uh, just check. I'm pretty sure I saw some Min Matter. Yeah. Why do they spawn there instead of Angel Cartel pirate strongholds, right? And then my thinking went, why? Wait a minute. Why don't we get serpentis? And why? Because at first my brain went in the vein of thinking about this politics stuff and factions. I was thinking, oh, that's because Blood Raiders are the worst of the Amarian faction, right wing, Christian. No, sorry. I first very caste like, pro slavery, just very Nurgle ish corruption. And I'm like, so they probably very resentful of the fact that if the Empress freed the slaves or recognized them in matter, what maybe they want to keep the slavery thing going, right? So there's that. And then my brain went, well, wait, why does the Charistas, the Kaldari pirates, why is it so like, okay, I can start to like now think about it right now. I'm thinking, okay, well, there could be a rationalization for it because Galenti and Calaria are enemies and blah blah blah. But why is it not Serpentis pirate strongholds, and why is it not angel cartels for Min Matter space? It's like, what? I know why, because CCP are lazy fuckwits, but we have to fight. We have to go to the war with the president we have to butcher. Yeah, was it Runfeld or Cheney? I forget. One of the two idiots. But anyway, so now that we've got it and it's canon, how do we explain it to noobs in a way that makes rational sense? Right? Immersive. That they can immerse themselves. Like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And they can just go with it instead of this amorphous blob of random short stories that look like, hey, like, I liked DS9 after Worf arrived. Once the Dominion started, I was happy. Before then, it was like, Jesus. Ugh. But yeah, that's I want to introduce something of a, like an ethos to it, that flavor to it. Because if you could say the serpentis are Slenish, the Goristas are uh, Zinch, the Blood Raiders are Nurgle, the Angel Cartel are Corn, blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. Just that kind of stuff, and be able to picture their ships in that vein, and then go, okay, so what do the Sanchez represent? Right? Can they represent something that is in, like, can't be pigeonholed this way? Could we, what is the like, leaving the Sencha, leaving the Morris? Can we just ignore them in this kind of thing? Should we just let people just figure their own story out for the Sencha? But they do definitely look like the Reavers from Firefly and Serenity, right? So would love to go into that. I would like to talk about one faction very much like Honor Harrington's universe, but at the same time, I don't think it's applicable. I would love it, and I would also love to be able to explain it in the vein of Warhammer 40k, but at the same time, they're all humans, and it's difficult. Like, I would love to talk to them about them in matters. It's the orcs, and then the Galenti is the elves, and then the Kaldari as the Tau, and the Amars the humans, and the Imperium. I don't know, but I'm not going to go there because it's annoying that it's not more Warhammer 40k. It's EVE Online, so I can't go there, but I can go the pirate faction with the Chaos Gods. So I'm going more real world metaphors, and I don't want to branch off into too much exposition on what seems like a description. Like, I'm not going to use the explicit labels, but you guys will like, wait a minute, that, but yeah, it's to get there, and it's all very interesting. But yeah, I'll make 4 videos, each one for each faction, and then the worst parts of each is going to be placed. Like, at first I start, if you watch the video, it's freaking long, and I talk about Carter Burke being the epitome of Caldari, but I'm like, wait a minute. Some people might actually like trickle down economics and all that Ayn Rand stuff. What if I just put the worst of it into the pirate faction and make the pirate faction the worst, like Carter Burke, like, right? Goristas would be the 3-piece suit evil people, right? That would be so cool. And then the Nurgle would be just like, blah, right? But it wouldn't be too much corruption. That would be Sancha, right? That would be something you could lump into there. And yeah, it's the ultimate alien xenomorph and stuff like that. But anyways, blah. So I just thought I'd add a footnote.